Chairman Tester and Ranking Member Moran, I want to thank you for the kind consideration. I want to thank you for holding this hearing and for all the work that you all have done together to find a consensus on this issue, and it's extremely important. I've always said that the military and our veterans is what holds our country together. It rallies all of us, Democrats and Republicans, and that's the best thing that I can tell you that we do here is when you all come and tell us the concerns you have and how we can be of help. It's our duty to take care of all the brave men and women who have selflessly fought to defend the nation. Many of our veterans in West Virginia and across America who are exposed to open-air burn pits are now facing health complications without health care coverage and benefits. And millions have been exposed to toxic materials, and that number is only rising. Our committee is unique in taking care of the veterans, and it is not a partisan issue. It is simply our responsibility. So I know that we can find a solution, and we'll get this done. I also appreciate, Secretary, you being here and to share with us your thoughts, recommendations for honoring the PACT Act, and how we can get our veterans the care they need as soon as possible. A couple of things I wanted to ask you, sir. I'm very pleased to see the collaboration, including and honoring the PACT Act between the VA and the Department of Defense, and the provisions of the bill on interagency research into toxic exposure, especially the important further understanding of this correlation between the exposure and the adverse health index. So does the bill, as it currently stands, adequately divide the responsibility between the VA and DOD?
You know what, I think that's a good question. I want to say to you yes, but I also want to take the question to make sure that I come back to you.
If you can, because we can make some adjustments to the bill and make it work the way it should work. I know all of our intention is to do that, but sometimes when you write a bill, you have no clarity, and there's an overlapping, and you get nothing accomplished. So we want to make sure that that is clear. Also, can the VA and the DOD collaborate further and get ahead of the curve to ensure that our veterans are not exposed to toxins in the course of their service going forward? Have we been able to separate understanding the danger we're putting them in by changing how we operate in the field? And that would come back from you all, giving your information to the DOD.
Yeah, look, you've heard me say in this room before, and you've heard me say this to you privately, that I think Secretary Austin is uniquely focused on, and generously so, on how to care for our vets. This is an issue that we've had conversations about. I don't want to make any kind of operational commitments or even raise operational things that I don't have a say in, but I know that DOD is very focused on this.
Well, in all the agencies, we have challenges. We all mean well, but things go wrong at times, and you know that. When you took over, you had a tremendous backlog to work and getting us up to speed, and I think all of you have heard the story about the VA in West Virginia and the deaths we had. It's just mind-boggling today. I can't even, the horror that the families are going through. But I can tell you, we put through great legislation to correct a lot of the things. And the whole thing is holding accountability. So in addition to accountability, we need to make sure implementation that measures that no veterans are being left behind. So my question would be, do you feel that honoring our PAC Act currently has enough standards for accountability and implementation? And if not, where could we fix any gaps? And if you haven't gone in, or your staff could give us the adjustments that might be needed, we need to identify that now. Because I don't want any of you all to leave here thinking that we've got a perfect piece of legislation and we fixed everything that was wrong, and we find out the language is not there to do it.
It's fair. It's a fair question, a good question, and I don't have anything specific with me today on accountability, but I'll take that.
Well, there's different iterations of the bill. You know, we had one on our side, they had one on their side, and this and that, and we try to start blending that. And you got DOD responsibility and you got VA responsibility, and if they're not correlated, and I know you had that ability, your previous job, you had to make a lot of things happen. I know you can make this happen, but if you need us to help write that language or make the adjustments, then makes your job easier and better.
My hunch is that we have a lot of useful accountability tools, including one that you all gave us in 2018, that would apply obviously to this going forward. But I think it's a good question. I've taken a note on it, and we'll make sure.
I can assure you, as far as the bipartisan effort that we're all making right here, whatever you recommend that we can help to make this really happen, because it's a big undertaking, and I know we want to get it right. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks,
I appreciate your patience.
Thank you.